Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the most bizarre nature that is 2026 NFL season. Because holy shit, what are we watching here?
I have nothing left.
Oh,
I have nothing left this season.
folks, hear me and hear me now. The NFL playoffs is showing me that the NFC division was strong as fuck and the AFC division was weak as shit.
This is
I'm
showing this.
talking weak.
What this is showing me is that the NFC did not have a sharp year and yet had thorough football team.
Oh, it was. Hey, look,
football.
we said it. I think we said it in December. I think we both admitted Dallas probably ain't gonna make the playoffs. That's how strong the NFC was. It was to the point that like even some of the teams that had an over 500 record were fighting for a fucking position. It was like the last 3 games going into the playoffs was like
Everybody was fighting for it. And the one thing we talked about it because I told you when we were sitting there thinking about like, no, the fact that the Bears had a chance and the fact that I look like, no, the Eagles are not going back.
And the Rams.
I'm like, the Seahawks look like they got the best advantage of everybody because they're just where they're sitting at. And the fact that I know that their defense could sew up everything and all Sam Darnold got to do is not point at the ground and they won the game. Let me make it very clear. I'm not happy that the Seahawks made it. But I'm actually very happy that the Seahawks made it.
I'm happy only because I wanted to see Caleb actually do it. Because let me tell you something. If there is a definition of a player that puts the team on his back, Caleb was pulling bullshit out of his fucking pocket. In that man.
The defense showed.
Shout out to DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yes. Shout out to D-Law. I'm glad he made it. So it's so funny. This is going to be the second Super Bowl. I forgot. This is going to be another Super Bowl where I have to scream loud for a nigga that used to be on my team. And do we want to eat our crow as Cowboy fans? No, he wasn't doing nothing, and he needed to get traded.
But luckily
he went to a Super Bowl team.
No, but I always sit there and say,
because
if it doesn't work for it, if any where we knew it was because where was just like, hey man, like I'm trying to get something going before my body is done, and it was understandable, totally understandable.
And it was one of those things where the Cowboys is like, no, we got to move forward in this position, because the Marcus is going to give us this, but we got to pay him more for this XYZ, and you can call it a bad business decision, whatever. I think it was the best thing for him as a player.
Oh yeah,
Get your ring.
And literally got his ring. And Law is the same thing. Law was kind of like, we loved him, but it was just like the money thing. And it's like weighing your options.
And to be really honest with you, and I mean this, I think his relationship, the injuries and his relationship with the fans, with us, wasn't very sharp. I'll be honest with you, because I feel that we did not hug him ever. No, I mean this. You gotta.
You didn't hate him. I loved him.
Hated him, but I always felt that he was never truly embraced by the Dallas fan base. Just keeping it a buck, you know what I mean? He was never fully embraced by us. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, I think when we had to pay him that first time, there was a bunch of us that was mad that we didn't want to pay him. D will admit that. Yeah. And then it was the second time we had to pay him. I was like, dog, just let him do these 2 years and we're fine with that. Yeah. No, we need to get rid of him because he just sucking up money. And then by the time we was done with him, I was like, yo, and he, remember, DeMarcus was pissed off. So everything they pissed him off, he was vocal about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I blame him for letting that ship melt on Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
That's just D.
No. You're right. There was definitely. So, like, when he went to the Seahawks, I think he got injured when he got there and stuff. So all of us was like, well, that sucks because he was very injury prone. Let's not get it twisted. It was what it was. It wasn't. It was. I wouldn't say it was his fault per se. It was just that's just the nature of sports. Sometimes you just get bad luck, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when I'm watching the Seahawks this year, I was like, they low key might be a dark horse. I want to see how this plays out. And I think when it happened was when they dog walked the fuck out of the 49ers in the playoffs, which I knew was going to happen as soon as fucking George Kittle was out. I was like, if the Seahawks beat them and they had George Kittle, what the fuck do you think is going to happen when they play them without George Kittle and they got dog walked?
But here's the thing for me, and I admitted this to our boy Patrick. admitted to him. Here's the fun thing. Here's the fun thing
Seahawk
about
Homer. I love it.
this is the fun thing about having a white friend that's a Seattleite, a Seattlean,
Seattle Knight.
Seattleton. I don't
Yeah,
know,
like,
whatever. Whatever. But when you have somebody else from Seattle that truly loves the teams and that, seeing his little rooting for the Mariners, his rooting for the Seahawks it's cute because he has no basketball team.
Hey, look, he's hoping for the the
and the
Super
whole
Sonics
thing
back.
about the expansion shit, I'm not ready to even go into that, but apparently it's not going to be what we think it is. They're trying to do 4 teams instead of 1. I mean, instead of just 2. They're trying to add on that, and they're trying to add in all the Adam Silver's doing too much. But anyway, it's fun to see him, talk about his team and all the rest of that. For me, when I knew it was I want to say official that they were serious is when they beat the Rams in overtime.
Yeah.
I faked that. I thought it wasn't a good game, and they did very well on that game.
Yeah.
And it was actually the game they lost to the Bucks. Yeah. Because I was saying that was a game that they should have fucking won. And for whatever reason, something told me they way better than what they're showing us. And are they? Not really. Yeah. But D will always back up his sorry ass quarterback god. Sam Darnold threw his ass off this entire
season. Is Sam Darnold? Because he just looks like
I've been telling all of y'all he was better than what we always saw from him. I told y'all he was.
No,
he's not. No, he's not. He's painfully mid. But I love him.
But here's my thing: doesn't that say a lot about? I think it says a lot about coaching when you get a situation where Sam Darnold went from stinking it up in Minnesota to coming to Seattle, and he's playing basically.
Actually, Carolina is where
he's playing complimentary, competent football. Like, you're not asking Sam Darnold, "Hey, bomb it for 40 yards." It's like, nah, just get what I can get. And if I happen to get like, oh shit, 30, he's 1-on-1. Cool, right? Which is enough, especially with this defense and the offense and everything that's happened. It's like, all right, cool, that makes sense.
I put it to you this way: since Minnesota, he has proven to everybody that he's actually a good quarterback. Because in Minnesota, he threw 4,000 yards.
Yeah,
4,000 yards, 35 and 12 when it comes to touchdown and interception. Here's the thing, and this actually shows that they slowed him down. But I want you to notice something. I want to notice something. He only threw for 4,000 yards this season, 4,048 yards this season. Less than that. His quarterback rating is 99.1. Again, less. His touchdown rate is 25 and 14. Meaning that he has thrown just as many interceptions as he did in Minnesota and less touchdowns. And I want you to notice that is a mid stat. You threw 4,000 yards and you only got 25 damn touchdowns.
Class of 2018 quarterbacks, and he's the first one to make it.
He's the first one to make it. Sam Darnold, to me, is not an ace quarterback. He never will be an ace quarterback. Sam Darnold, however, is a smart quarterback. Kind of.
Yeah, look at this. So the top quarterbacks in 2018, just to give people an understanding of this: Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, we're going to get to him.
Yeah, he got he
Josh Rosen, and Lamar
Jackson.
And who? And Lamar Jackson.
Josh Rosen's not even NFL no more. Lamar Jackson, like I said, needs to leave Baltimore. We're going to get to Josh Allen and
Baker Mayfield.
Hey, Bake. Look, man. He right.
Oh, two more.
By the way, stop. By the way, I mean, you know what? Do I have it on here? I don't even feel like loading up. Apparently, the former quarterback of the NFL, an NFL quarterback, Sean King, who looked like he ate Principal Lewis off of American Dad and became him. Do you know that Sean King has the nerve to call Baker Mayfield a bum? Sean King, who barely could even start for that team, is telling me that Baker Mayfield is a bum. Shut up. Now, if this was Cam Newton, telling me this, Cam see something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's like, all right, we
I
get
can
it.
take it from somebody like him. Like he sees something like, you ain't great, but I know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
You are manager or whatever, you know how you go.
Also, one other quarterback that was in the class of 2018, Aaron already mentioned, Mason Rudolph.
That's a nasty class of quarterbacks ain't did shit. This is nasty.
Don't do Lamar like that.
You really think about that. Sam Darnold, who looked like they was going to kick him out the NFL in 2022, making a Super Bowl. It's one of the dumbest things ever, bro.
He's gonna get a fucking movie because he's a white guy.
This nigga's gonna get a ring. Get a movie.
He gonna get a movie.
Sam Darnold story.
Who's gonna play Sam Darnold? Who's gonna play Sam Darnold? That's all I want to know.
Starring Chris Pratt. Nobody believes in me, but I believe in myself.
Fuck you, D, because you're gonna have that fucking mustache and everything. It's like, God damn it.
Sam Darnold's wife.
Because let me tell you something, folks.
Marshawn Lynch as Marshawn Lynch. Hey, man, throw that motherfucker.
Let me tell you something. So here's the thing. Throw Rogan tried his damnedest to make something work.
Hold on, and I was about to say that. And Adam Driver as Aaron Rodgers. You want to be a real quarterback? Do what I had to do.
George Lopez is
Peter Travers of the Rolling Stones said this movie is a.
Hold on, real quick. Side note. I'm kind of feeling some way that Nicolas Cage didn't commit to a Madden voice.
I haven't seen the whole trailer, but what I heard, I was like, he's not doing the voice. Nick, did you just walk on stage and not attempt to do a John Madden? He has to get boom right. I will let it all go. If you get boom, if you got the boom right, I will let it all go.
I will be squealing like a schoolgirl, like, yes.
That being said, I don't think any of us are ready for Christian Bale, because I got a feeling we're gonna look at this movie like halfway. Hey, yo, Chris, that's Al Davis. Like, yo, say what you will. We're looking at Al Davis. I got a feeling Christian Bale going to eat in this movie, bro.
Listen, D. If it's anything like his Dick Cheney, we're in for a time.
Like, he ain't gonna do much, but you're gonna like, he got him. Oh my God, he like, you know, he gonna do like the little R cross thing, the little look he used to make with the glasses on. We're gonna like, yo, he got this nigga. Like, something tells me, we are in for a treat.
Throw Rogan. He tried, but it's Houston, bro. You were getting dog walked.
Let me tell you something. We all knew that the Steelers weren't going to do nothing.
Oh, they stalled out.
Because I told you
that
whoever won that game was going to get choked out by CJ Stroud in the mid-Texas, Houston Texans. I told you that was going to happen. It just so happened it had to be Aaron Rodgers, and it proved everything that we already knew about Mike Tomlin, that it's done. Everything has ran out of gas. The whole team has ran out of gas. The fan base ran out of gas. Everybody
Mike
did.
Tomlin
I knew, and like we already said, he should have been gone 3-4 years ago.
Mike Tomlin, after that game, the next day, chucked the deuces and said, "I'm taking a break. I'm out."
And it's one of the things for a lot of Steeler fans. Either you were really, really hurt by it, or it was like a really bittersweet. And what really got me was how a lot of fans were just being real with it. Like, hey, Mike, we love you, but what were you doing? Like, what were you doing these last few years? You know what I mean?
But flip side of that, the Lord taketh and the Lord giveth, because Mike McCarthy is the new Steelers head coach.
Here comes a new challenger. I told
I
this
laughed so hard.
Hey, Chris, I told this to my wife and every Steeler fan that I knew. Get ready to join the Cowboys. You are now entering a zone that you motherfuckers don't know. It is called. Oh, damn, I done pulled out my plug. It is called the mediocrity zone.
Hey, featuring Throw Rogan himself, Aaron Rodgers.
And here's the funny thing.
The dynamic duo
What
is back.
made me laugh the most, Chris, is that the next headline I seen after Mike McCarthy showed up there. Aaron Rodgers' exit has changed because of Mike McCarthy's arrival. You don't say.
It's like watching Bizarro.
It really feels like the Steelers did this because they had no choice.
Dude, now we're gonna watch Bizarro, fucking Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and shit.
Oh man. You know what? I ain't gonna fake. As a Cowboys fan, they had to hear you Steeler fans talk. Oh, we got a coach. Y'all ain't got one. I'm going to sit and love y'all going 7-9 next year because it's going to hurt y'all so bad.
Bonus.
I hope y'all in 8-8 and don't make the playoffs. And Mike McCarthy's is going to sit there with that face like, oh, well, we gave it a good shot.
All I'm saying is this: the trifecta, the cherry on top is that Mike Tomlin's like, yeah, so I'm the defensive coach for the Dallas Cowboys. I will be like,
now you know I'm about to have no nigger, the head of any coaching at my place. You already know that. You know that
my head coach is defensive coach. That's the difference.
If look,
he's up in the booth.
Actually, ain't Mike more of an offensive dude than he is defense? I thought he was more.
I think he's more offensive.
I don't know. You know, actually, I don't want to misread that. I thought he was a DC before he came to DC. When he was at William and Mary, he was a DC. I think he was.
Yeah, he's defensive coordinator for the Vikings.
Came for the Vikings. He went to William and Mary. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so so when he got to the Steelers, I think he was there
because I forgot Mike Tomlin was under Dungy for a minute, wasn't he?
No, Cowher. No, Cowher.
Okay, cool.
It was Cowher. So basically, he was there. Yeah, he was the Steelers defensive coach for like 2 seasons, and then when Cowher retired, it was like, all right, Tomlin, you're up.
I get it. I see. The thing was, and that was another thing. I was thinking they was going to get the coach from the DC from the Rams. I don't know him by name. Yeah. I don't know him by name, but they was talking about him.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, well, I'm probably going to get somebody like, you know what? They're probably going to step backwards, but they think it's going to be a step forward. They're going to get like somebody like Raheem Morris or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think Raheem deserves a job, but who knows? And I also thought they was going to go for somebody like
I thought they were going to get the Dolphins coach. What's his face they got?
Speaking of, McDaniels was having a good day talking to all the players. Yeah, man, that work out this weird, man. So what we're going to do is we got this plan this year, this plan this. Yeah, they want to see me. They fired this dude in the middle of his exit interviews.
What you mean I'm fired?
That's dirty as hell. Hey. You couldn't stop him before he did it. He was in the middle of giving exit interviews, and you stopped him to fire him.
That's terrible.
Look, I know you and I didn't fight for McDaniels a lot. We did it. We just wasn't. You know what I mean? Just cool. Yeah. Yeah. We weren't hating on the nigga, but we weren't going to go back for him with a lot of stuff. Yeah. That was dirty.
Oh, that was dirty.
I don't think he deserved that.
Nah.
I don't think he deserved that at all. They fired that nigga in the middle of the exit interviews. That's dirty, bro.
Now he's with the Chargers now as the OC. So, hey.
We're going to see that. Look, I think that's going to be a good thing for him to probably,
one thing
back. You know what I mean? I think that's a good thing.
So I think what McDaniels is, what I actually liked about him is that the thing about like actually seeing younger coaches in the NFL, from what I've seen from his interviews, it's like the way he approaches coaching the Dolphins, it was always from the approach of knowing your players and kind of understanding their strengths and weaknesses and stuff and putting them in the best positions and stuff. And like he had a good repertoire with the players and stuff. Like even when shit was bad.
Exactly.
Which that's probably why the locker room was intact and stuff, even despite a lot of shit. So I felt for him when this happened. I'm like, wait a minute,
I think that's just a shame, bro. I just really think that's a shame when you have to deal with shit like that, and you know what I'm saying. It's already bad enough that the season fell apart on itself. Seriously, this season
imploded.
It imploded, man, and it really got worse when Tyreek got hurt.
Yep.
Nothing you can do about that.
But
you know what? We don't like dancing on graves here.
But all right, let me tell you something. So D,
Chris, before you go into it, do you know something that I didn't know that was a fact here at Working Title Sports Show?
Which is?
We always, every single year, go out of our way to call this dude, you are not as good as Romo. Yeah, that is amazing how every year we say that, and he proves it to us.
I feel bad. Okay, so I had a moment before I typed it up on Twitter and Blue Sky. I was like, yo, Josh Allen, it really is Tony Romo 2.0. And then I fought against it, right? And I find it ironic. I think it was later that day.
And in all honesty, because I thought Josh was going to, all right, Josh, shut us up. He's better than Tony. We knew that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
he's better than Tony.
Then, not even 3 hours later, we were talking about this in the chat. You was like, man, this nigga, Tony Romo 2.0. And I was like, oh, God, okay, I can actually tweet the shit out now. Because here's the thing. When you think about it, yeah, at best, Josh Allen is 2 rounds better than Tony Romo in the sense of where he went at. But at the end of the day, he has Tony Romo tendencies in that he goes gunslinger, which, to Josh's credit, this is why in the second half of games, you can't count the fucking Buffalo Bills out because Josh Allen pulls bullshit jutsu out of his ass and Buffalo wins. So I was expecting that.
Last pick. Yeah. That last pick. Hearing the who was I think it was what's his face. He was like, oh
yeah, Romo said, Romo was there, and people were like,
I know what that looked like.
But here's the thing. People were all saying, and this is why I was like, y'all don't get it. When Romo was expressing his sort of like sadness of Josh Allen and all that stuff, I was like, guys, do you understand that Josh Allen basically is what Romo was?
Yeah.
And Romo sees that shit plain as day, like, oh God. I think, damn.
But here's the thing. And this is one of the reasons why, as much as I was always mad how the NFL didn't get up the butt of Tony Romo, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
Because I think Tony would have ended up in the same situation as Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Because they both had the same situation. Granted, with a Cowboy quarterback, you always have that pressure on you. Period. You know, the star is on there, period. Yeah. You don't have that same pressure on you as a Bill, but let's just keep it real. Josh Allen, we always say it, he's top 5. When he's going, he's probably the best quarterback in the NFL. But the problem about it is this motherfucker's hiccups are so noticeable. And they're so, and I told us the difference, and this is the big difference I always try to tell people with Dak and Tony. Tony, his mess ups were catastrophic.
Oh,
it was like, no.
The worst time you could
No.
What are you doing?
Dak will throw it and it's like, fuck, don't worry. We got 50. Don't worry. Stop. We got 8 minutes left. I got this shit.
Yeah.
But there's a difference because with Dak, it was like, God damn, I knew I had that shit.
Yeah.
With Tony, it's like, no. Somebody tackle him. Somebody hurry up and tackle. No, it's fine. It was like always the worst thing or the best one where Tony would run it. The ball would go 15 miles back and they run it in for. It's always the worst crap. And for Josh Allen, he has that same thing. He starts having his superhero moment. Every quarterback has their Mighty Mouse moment where they do something. But when Josh, every time he has a Mighty Mouse moment, it's going right in the other direction or it's hitting that damn ground. It's
changed the two. I want people to understand something about this. The NFL changed so many rules because of Josh Allen. You know the biggest one? The overtime rules. The overtime rules. They changed the overtime rules because of Josh Allen. They changed the rules for this. Look, I want people to understand, this is how weak the AFC was. All of us unanimously was like, hey, Buffalo, you got an open fucking room to just pile drive everybody going to the Super Bowl.
If this is y'all year,
this is it.
Say it is. Holy crap, this is the year.
The stars were aligned.
Because it's like, okay, you got the Broncos blow just hard enough and they're falling over. They couldn't get it done. Shout out to the Broncos for staying in that joint. They didn't bend at all.
They did.
Everything was all right. You know, the worst thing that can happen is, I don't know, Bo Nix get what?
Bo Nix got injured. And that's when I knew the Broncos were done, even if they won the game, because funny enough, the Patriots, who, again, folks, fool's gold, because you and the Broncos and the Patriots, it was a struggle game.
I was like, who's going to be the quarterback for the Broncos? And I saw my man. I'm like, oh, homie off of Auburn. Yeah, cool. These niggas about to lose. These niggas are about to lose.
If you look at the final score of the game, that's how much of a struggle.
10-7.
That means that the Patriots could have actually lost that game.
There was a chance that the Denver Broncos could have made the Super Bowl with a backup quarterback who wasn't even on their team 4 weeks ago. How wild. And that, Chris, that is the AFC in a nutshell this year.
Mahomes, kneecapped. Josh Allen just flopped. Lamar Jackson, who the fuck is he now? Like
Joe Burrow apparently is a 2009 is a 2009 Hyundai Elantra, and the motherfucking sensors keep going out.
Trevor Lawrence, MIA.
Trevor's like this. I'm trying, man. Look, I'm getting closer. What about you, Hibbert? Like, what about you, Hibbert? I'm good. I ain't.
Now we gotta watch the Super Bowl with Drake May, who's being ordained as an heir apparent. I'm like, hey guys, easy.
It's so funny. What would you talk about y'all team? What would you talk about our team? We already told our team. Dak, like, I don't know what the rest of this team doing, but I'm doing what I can as the quarterback of the NFL.
Hey, listen, this is the first year that meme is accurate, because Dak will look at the defense like, so y'all fucking up, huh?
So what the fuck y'all doing? You see my my muscles are so jacked, it messes up the logo, the NFL logo right here. It doesn't even say NFL on the motherfucker. But Dak is like, we can say that about our team. We know why our team ain't there. We know why y'all team ain't there. All y'all quarterbacks, engine light came on at the same time. Drake May being in this position for D is unbelievable, because I remember saying when he was at North Carolina, he has the tools. I don't think the NFL is probably going to be where he's going to be.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that I was going to blink in 2 years from now. Oh shit. Starting for the DC Defenders is Drake May, and he's actually gunslinging the hell out.
But I think the stars just a lot. It's, and like I said,
it's for him. It's for him because as soon as the season started and it kind of went wonky, and then it immediately everything went their way. And Drake, all he had to do was not F up. And that's what happened.
Look. And that's why I said the AFC was weak, and it's factual. And that doesn't mean I'm taking anything away from Drake May. It's like, if you're competent enough at QB, you can actually do good things.
Mm-hmm. We got to. That's our Super Bowl this year anyway. If you're just competent at your job, if you just make sure you can get your team
take care of the ball, that's it.
And in a real sense, with both sides, trust your defense.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Like
an elite quarterback for that, and I think that's the lesson that the end. This is why I want this Super Bowl to happen. As much as I'm not excited for it, I want this to happen because it's exactly what the NFL deserves. Two quarterbacks who are not elite, two quarterbacks who don't have a big Twitter following or anything. You know what I mean? And I'm going to keep it real. Two quarterbacks who, especially you, Sam, are not sexy. You can't sell them as good-looking guys. Drake is too young. Drake is too young. I know that's weird saying Drake is too young and not the girl. Yes.
To be fair, D, Sam Darnold appears to that MAGA crowd a little bit, even though he probably ain't MAGA.
Like a dude that likes a good beer.
You put a Budweiser in Sam Darnold's hands, he's selling some Budweisers. All right, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, man. You put a beer in this man, you put a Milwaukee's bet. No. Actually, it's not going to happen. He's from California. That ain't going to happen.
Miller High Life.
Hold on. Oh hell no! He's Southern California. They ain't a MAGA bone in his body. No.
Oh yeah. You put a beer in Sam Darnold's hands, folks will buy it because he just looks like just a
nigga from Orange County. Now hold on. You know this better than I do. I just know about things. Is he one of them Orange County Republicans? Like I'm rich Republicans?
Maybe. I can buy that. You know, it's just like, hey, we know why you're Republican. You're rich. Cool. Like,
boy, that'd be. I know. God forbid, Sam, we're saying this shit about you, and you know.
Sam Darnold looks like he could sell the shit out of a fucking Chick-fil-A.
Donald has jokingly his nickname as God Emperor Quarterback of the United States, a parody acronym used by by Donald Trump.
Look, all I'm saying is
that came close. I know they said that he was a Trump supporter. I'm like, yo, hold up. I was joking.
All I'm saying is Sam Darnold looks like he could sell me a good
get out of here. He is a Trump supporter for one reason. Check out this cool thing. His grandfather is Dick Hammer. Do you know who Dick Hammer is? I'm gonna tell you who Dick Hammer is. He's the Marlboro Man.
Wow.
Well, his granddaddy was the Marlboro Man.
Indeed. If you would have told me,
I love it.
I want people to also understand something too about the Patriots. If CJ Stroud didn't play like a fucking garbage ass quarterback, y'all wouldn't have even sniffed the Super Bowl.
That being said, I think CJ Stroud finally hit not his total ceiling, but I think for this section of his career, he's hit that ceiling. Whereas now you have to evolve beyond what you are, because he has proven to me that he is a competent quarterback that can really actually drive his team there and all the rest of that.
But he forced a lot of throws.
Now, what's the next step? What's the next step of you? I think he's at that point of a quarterback. Are you going to go into the great file? That means that you're going to be a starting quarterback for a good minute, or you're going to be elite. You know, you're going to be in one of those two. Or unfortunately, are you going to regress and become mediocre? And mediocre quarterbacks can't hold on to a job.
He forced a lot of throws.
I think he's about to be in that And I'm not saying that he's going to be mediocre, no. But he has to. We're coming up to the flashpoint of his career, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm just saying, like, it was a lot of throws in that Patriots game, because I literally was like, well, he's going to beat the Patriots because they were a solid team. And it was like a lot of throws he was doing. I was like, what the fuck are you doing, CJ? Like who was that going to?
The coaching failed him, and I think the coaching failed him, and I think it was just the team turned into a pumpkin.
Yeah, at the worst time.
As much as I was saying that about the Seahawks this whole season, no, it was actually the Texans. The Texans, I knew they were fool's gold from the beginning, and I was just waiting on them to lose, to be honest with you. Like, you was in a weak division. If Jacksonville, like I said, stood up those 2 games in the season and won, y'all wouldn't even be here. So,
but you know, it's. Let me ask you this though. I think just real quick, going back to Josh Allen before we go to the who's winning the Super Bowl thing. Buffalo is at an impasse at this point because you didn't have Kansas City there to impede you guys going to the Super Bowl, but yet Josh Allen playing like shit and just like that's the weird part. They have to really fix like why is it that their offense plays like shit in the first half, but they play lights out in the second half? Like what is that?
First off, I think to really go on that, the first thing that had to happen was McDermott going.
Yeah.
Because I think his scheme just got too old. Everybody figured it out. And I think when you're a good coach and you cannot push your team no farther than you could, that's just it. And at this point, they have to look at results. And nigga, what have you done for me lately? We made it to the wild card. The wild card? Why the Dolphins weren't shit and why this Patriots team, granted, they're in the Super Bowl right now, but what? You could beat that team. With injuries, I don't want to hear it no more. Win or get, shit or get off the pot. And he had to go. I really think I think it's best for Buffalo. But here's the funny thing: can they make it to the playoffs next year?
That's going to be heavily dependent on who they
like, because we're not even talking about we're going to be ready and stacked and ready for the Super Bowl. No, are y'all even a playoff team? Is this going to be a mini rebuild? What are we dealing with? And I think I think because you have no fucking defense, and I see an offense who is struggling. I think it's time for the GM's gone too. So yeah, it's time for a whole new approach of what y'all going to do. They're going to be in the rebuild process. How long? I can't tell you though. Because that's got to be the next step. Y'all just got to rebuild. And y'all still got Josh there, and I don't think Josh wants to leave Buffalo. So, what you gonna do, nigga?
As far as who's winning the Super Bowl, I'm just gonna say Seattle's gonna win because it's like Seattle. I'm not saying that the Patriots. Like I said again, it's just from what I'm seeing from the Patriots. Like you struggled against the Denver Broncos, and I'm not saying that taking away from the Broncos defense, but it was just like there's an expectation of you did what you did against Houston, so I was expecting y'all to like dog walk. Denver, and it's just like, like what's going on there? Diggs wasn't exactly like playing lights out in that game and stuff. I mean, it was enough, but it was just like y'all haven't really, number one, played a good team, honestly, during the season. And when you did, you lost. So now you're playing a Seattle team that, yeah, you have a Sam Darnold, but Seattle's defense is like nasty as fuck.
Yeah. I think it's just really a lot of luck. The stars just, like you said earlier, the stars just aligned for the Patriots. And I think that's what really did it for them, man. I don't blame anybody that may think the Patriots got this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, do I think they're going to just
because a part of me feels, first off, I think it would be more storybook if the Patriots win. But here's the problem: if the Patriots win, there's a lot of NFL in this room. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that's like, wait a minute. The quarterback that won a Super Bowl just like Tom Brady. The fuck is this? There's a lot of in this motherfucking room. I don't like this. Like,
who wrote this? Brady, where you at?
Exactly. Who wrote this shit, man? You're like, come on, man. WWE fired a bunch of people. Y'all can got one of them to write something better for this shit. Anyway, get that. But when I line up the teams, I think it's going to be Seattle. Well, like I said, while I don't think this is going to be a bad Super Bowl, surprise me.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. Surprise me. Now, hopefully this will be like the 49ers and the Chiefs a couple years ago where we like, and then at the end of the game, hold up, hold up, we got a game, hold on. You know what I mean?
So congratulations to the Indiana for winning NCAA champions.
I told y'all they were going to shove that trophy up everybody's ass.
Let me tell you something. When Indiana dog walked Maryland, I was like, oh shit. Indiana serious business.
Nah, but okay. What game was it? It wasn't where they beat the shit out of us. Because come on, we're in Maryland. We were like, come on, bro. But what was the game that I knew that they were fucking serious? No, when they beat Oregon early this year.
Oh yeah,
that's when I knew they were serious. I was like, oh, Okay, then he's going to shove this trophy up everybody. I'm going to shove this program down each and every one of y'all throats. And not only did Miami, now, first off, shout out to Miami for making it a game in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they did.
Very good football, what we saw. It was a cool game. I felt bad for Miami in the sense of because everybody was ready for Indiana to win this one. I felt bad for Miami. Miami, they had something really to fight against. You know what I mean? Because if they would have beat Indiana, that would have been the best. Like, yeah, what? The U. That would have been the perfect time for that to get broken out. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even mind the back and forth with that. But I knew Miami didn't have enough to win it. I already knew they did it, but when they came back in that fourth, it got kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
I ain't gonna lie.
For a minute, I was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna get a Michael Irvin fucking Coke moment if they fuck
Michael Irvin is going to snort the whole city of Miami if y'all win this one, bro."
I mean,
I really thought that was it, man.
I mean, it was like, look, this NCAA season was definitely fun to watch. I like I said, I feel vindicated of Alabama getting their ass whooped. So I'm like, yeah, maybe y'all should just stop nepotism Alabama into the fucking playoffs going forward now.
The one thing I will say is weird is the conversation that's coming out with a lot of people talking about that this playoff system don't work. Stop. Yes.
Still a little janky.
There are it's a little janky, and yeah, the bigger problem is what you just said, Chris. We still have teams who are spoiled. Well, we're Oklahoma. We only lost 2 games. How are we ranked right there? Yeah, that's not fair. We should be in a playoff. Like stuff like that. We're going to get a bunch of that regardless. It's going to happen regardless. But I heard somebody say this online, and I put it up in our little group, and I have to reiterate it. You do realize, Chris, there was a time where we had to deal with the BCS. And while the BCS wasn't bad, it was a computer just guessing. And we ended up having teams that didn't deserve to be in the national championship.
It was the earliest version of a fucking algorithm that just it was the most jank early system algorithm for picking teams in the most weirdest of ways. And I'm like, they were trying to make people. I want you to understand. There were folks that literally wrote formulas on how it picked teams, and it was the stupidest shit. It felt like they were insulting my intelligence. It felt like my intelligence was being insulted the way they described it. And I'm like, huh?
And D's opinion, we could talk about the saturation of bowl games. I think the way they got the bowl games, they only got a certain limit amount. I can see them spreading that out, or that's capitalism.
Capitalism.
So we can say that. But when it came down to who made the big game, it kind of diminished certain bowl games. The Gator Bowl ain't never been the same since then. The Cotton Bowl don't even have the same fucking stinging.
Orange Bowl,
Orange Fiesta, Orange Fiesta rolls. No, Cotton Bowl was one of them. Cotton Bowl was one of them.
Cotton Gator, Fiesta, Orange, and the Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl was the championship game, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the way those are the 5 ones. Like when Maryland made the Orange Bowl, that was a big deal in this fucking area.
The Orange Bowl has always been that way. The Sugar Bowl. That's what it happened.
Sugar Bowl is the other one. Yeah,
the Sugar Bowl always been big, but the Gator Bowl was up there, but it got diminished so much, so it didn't even matter no more. Certain bowls just got straight up. Their importance got shrank to who was number 2 and number 2? Who's number 2 and number 3 in the conference? All right, y'all get out of here. Like that's fine and all. But that system was good. And Chris, when we were little kids, they had 5 bowl games. Those teams would play those games. And you know what they did? There was a counselor that sat down and said, who was number 1 out of all of them? Was your team on there? Sometimes, maybe. No. Yeah, you had to deal with that. There was no playoff system. So we did with a playoff system for the last 2 years. I like it. It doesn't need to be tweaked. Yes. Do we need to make some sharper rules? Unfortunately, you just said it, Chris. Capitalism run this country, apparently. So if Alabama has enough money and said, y'all put us on, y'all ain't going to get them commercials y'all want, and y'all go, all right, fine. If y'all get past that, it'll be a much better system. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it really is.
I think the system was great because the fact that we got Indiana to make it, that to me means something, man.
I mean,
And the fact that a Big Ten team won. Hold on, that it was a championship with a Big Ten and ACC. I always think, personally, I think Big Ten, like, as much as I love the SEC, I think Big Ten is actually better. I just can't really tell you in what ways.
Do not let that committee hear this podcast and you saying that shit, because then all of a sudden the Big Ten is going to expand out and shit.
Big Ten has gotten bigger. Delaware ain't big enough to be there.
The fuck is this shit? Why are they here?
Western Michigan. I mean, yeah, they're a nice little squad in the MAC conference, but why would you want?
Why are they here?
Like, why are you moving them up? Speaking of which, that's what everybody's saying right now about the UMass program, because UMass didn't win a single game this year, and like for the last 3 seasons before it, they only won 1 game every season. So at this point, there's a lot of question marks. Me personally, take y'all asses back to the BC, back to the FBS, and let another team for the FBS that's better suited than you come up. Because Delaware, we know, going to have a couple of hiccups, but they're probably going to be fine.
Yeah, of course.
But what I found out, UMass should have never went up. And when it did, they went up too high. And because they went up because they had good numbers during COVID at Gillette Stadium, they was thinking, we kind of suck, but it's all right. We're gonna make it. Nope.
Man. So D, I think it's great to know that we have some savvy general managers and people up top at the Washington Wizards, because we got Trae Young for pennies on the dollar, and I'm like, yes.
And do you want to know the real dark comedy part about this?
What's the dark comedy?
The real dark comedy part about it is, technically, the Wizards can just let him go if they wanted to next season.
And they'd be good Gucci.
And it wouldn't affect nothing.
In fact,
Wizards made pretty much the most perfect trade that you can make.
Like, it's to the point where I'm loving how the owners of the general managers and the people making moves to the Wizards, they're finally savvy for the first time in the longest time, to where they're making moves to really pull the Detroit Pistons and improve the Wizards down the line to where they really be like a threat again.
I think we're still probably 2-3 years out from this team being actually.
Oh, no, I give it 2 years.
I think next season next season, I really truly mean this, even if the rookies are pumping, I think at best, and this is pie in the sky compared to what we're seeing right now, is 31 wins. I don't see us making the play-in until 2 years from now. Okay. Like, I don't get it. Like, next year, no, we're not going to make the play-in. The year afterward, we probably have a good chance to, if not already have a solid chance of the playoffs. But that really depends on what's going to happen next year for the Wizards. And there's still a bunch of question marks for them. But the one thing that's so funny about that Trae Young trade was we got rid of CJ McCollum, who CJ McCollum is the black hole of trades in the NBA. He's the reason why we have these stupid ass rules in the first place, because LeBron and them get paid and I ain't get paid. We should all get paid. I'm going to have that written to the CBA so we can have that, and we can do trades this way so people like me can make more money. And CJ McCollum don't deserve happiness. So him going to the Hawks. And the Hawks, and this is how I know he's actual poison, because I knew we had the Wizards. We was like, yeah, just keep chucking your stupid ass threes. We had worse than you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we're like, yeah, just keep on chucking your dumb ass threes, not passing to a rookie, nigga. Just keep doing that shit. I knew he was toxic here, but when he went down to Atlanta and they immediately start losing games, I was like,
but downside, we did
look, here's the thing. I don't hate the Hawks. I don't care for them at all. So I had a good laugh out of that.
Look, we lost Kisbert though out of the trade. I kind of like, that sucks.
But Kispert had to go, and I say this as somebody
I liked him on the team, so it was kind of like
you have it, but he was a pull-up shooter that wasn't doing nothing for us. Let's keep it real.
That's
And
fair.
while you have value for him, get rid, let him move on. Let him be a Kyle Korver somewhere else. He's not a Kyle Korver, but you know what I mean. He's not a look. Come on. He's not a Wally Zerbiak. Come on, let's just keep it real too. He's not even a Wally Zerbiak.
Sir, my knee.
Wally Zerbiak was golden, by the way.
Sir, my knee hurt when you said Zerbiak. Like, God damn.
Sorry, what? If I start saying deadlift shrimp, you're going to like stop it, Dwayne. My spine, my spinal. But he was a great. But he had. Why you got trade value on him? Get rid of him. And because here's the thing. This is what I knew this business was serious. When we traded Danny Avia, and I knew all the upside to him, but I knew what they were getting back from Portland. I was like, I see what they were trying to do. And we got a bunch of people, man, we should have kept Danny. We should have kept Danny Avia. You see what he's doing out there in Portland. Here's me. No. Let him. What I'm learning, Chris, when we were kids and we were mad that Rasheed Wallace left and Chris Webber and them left and all the rest of it, what we failed to mention, I have to remind people of this. What were the Wizards doing with him?
Yeah, we were really.
We love bringing up Rasheed Wallace. What were we actually doing with him?
Like, if you really think, using him, like folks don't remember, like before we lost them, the Wizards / Bullets. They were in this weird quagmire where they would get into the playoffs and get bopped in the first round. Or maybe they might get to the second round. Back when it was best 3 out of 5 first round.
And this is what made it bad for the Wizards. And this is the thing that has followed this team around forever. We only, with the Chris Webber and Howard parent, we only made the playoffs once.
It felt like it was more than that.
Twice, but one time I went with Chris, and that was just Juwan Howard muscling it out, getting ran over by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dee remembers that very well.
Then again, that was also during the Michael Jordan era. So it's like,
like I said, that was during the Jordan era. And before all that, we didn't make the playoffs since we had both Malones, Jeff and Moses Malone on our team, and that was like the late '80s.
I think Gilbert Arenas era is when we actually were kind of consistent in the playoffs, basically.
Yeah, like 4 years consistent in the playoffs, and even when we didn't, like we always got bopped out. But then the John Wall could have worked. The whole John Wall experience could have worked, but I think he got hurt at the wrong time, and Bill got hurt at the wrong time, and then we gave Bill all that money, and then John Wall diminished to the point we had to trade him. So it was a whole lot of shit, yeah. So we always had to deal with being not even mediocre. So
I mean, look. At the end of the day,
what we're seeing is like, this better work. I hope it works. It is not even so much of a desperate work because we done had, like I said, with the whole Chris Webber project, with the whole jump with on Gilbert Arenas, with the whole jump with on John Wall. It's like at this point,
Bradley Beal.
Yeah, the Bradley Beal experience. It got extended into the Bradley Beal thing. Look, Chris. The copium that we were pumping ourselves with Bradley Beal. When we can do it, all we need to do is that shit. So whatever.
Yeah, but
Oh, Chris, did you freeze?
No,
you good?
No, I'm good. Now, did you hear about the Knicks trying to get Drew Holiday, but it was going to be a situation where they had to give up Karl Anthony Towns, and they were like, nah.
And see, that's another thing. That's not going to happen.
Cat's too good with the Knicks. I ain't gonna lie, like that's
not going to happen because of one major factor. One major factor is who was it? Oh, that's the one thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to trades. So it's finally happening after the last 4 years, and we've been hearing this nigga grumble and all of us saying the same damn thing. The Bucks are finally ready to trade Giannis. It took you long enough.
Where is he going to land? That is the $1 billion question.
He keeps on saying, "Oh, the Knicks. I want to go to the Knicks. I want to go to the Knicks." You're not going to the Knicks.
The Knicks don't have the money for you.
Because here's the problem.
King's ransom.
The Bucks want two things. We want a guaranteed star and picks, or we want youth and picks. The Knicks ain't got neither. The Knicks ain't about to trade Brunson, and they not about to trade on Karl Anthony Towns. And even if you wanted to, who's on the bench that you want to trade with him? Who's your picks you want to trade with him? They ain't got nothing right now.
Where is he going to go? Do you go to Houston? I've heard Houston.
No, I think Houston is just a pipe dream. That's not going to
happen.
I
said pipe dream was San Antonio, which it is, because that's a San Antonio will have to give up a lot. Which I
think they will give up too much to get him. And here's the funny thing: I don't think it's a guaranteed ring. As crazy as it sounds, Giannis and Wemby is not a guaranteed ring. Something tells me that
it's a destination that he's going to probably end up going to. Clippers.
You know what I think he's going to go to?
Where?
And I say this now. There's two places, two spots. I think he's legit got a chance to go to.
Okay.
The Warriors.
Oh shit!
Because the Warriors are probably going to give up Jimmy Butler next season.
Fuck. Because he tore his ACL, so he's done.
So they're probably going to trade him out as soon as they can. And they got trade him and Kuminga and probably one pick. I think the Bucks would take that all day.
And you're fine because if you're the Warriors, you got plenty. So shit, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Give them a couple draft picks. Get Jonathan. Like y'all don't want Jonathan Kuminga there, so get him off the team because they don't want to play somebody that's actually fucking good. I have a love-hate for Steve Kerr, and I don't fully blame this on Steve Kerr. I blame this on the whole organization. The way they're treating Jonathan Kuminga. I hope y'all don't win a game. You know what I mean? I really don't. But there's a chance of that. The other team, I think that can really happen because they have the picks to do it. Miami.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I think if Miami gives up a good chunk of those picks that they got, I think the Bucks are going to have no choice but to say, yes, we'll take it. You know what I mean? Because these are going to be mid picks, but they're going to be good mid picks. And you're going to get like a definite, like in 2030, like 2030 or something like that.
You think the Lakers might try to make a play?
You're going to have to give up LeBron. Oh, they want LeBron gone, and LeBron want out there. I know LeBron. Here's the funny thing about LeBron.
I'm going to go to Milwaukee almost.
No, I got a good. The best chance for LeBron to not only fight for a ring, but actually have a good possibility to win it, he goes to Golden State. And that is a good place to stop. Because let's just be real. I think the reason why a lot of people treat LeBron a certain way is because his career has been so storybook. Him going to Golden State is his final stop, and it's him
alongside Steph.
Him and Steph, two generational talents. One like LeBron, who is the prototype for who's going to be the next big thing, and you have Steph, who completely changed the game of basketball. Those two being on one team, the jersey sell itself, the ticket sells themselves. You know what I mean? From a business standpoint, you effing do it. The fans are not as toxic as LA. They're just as they're a different type of toxic.
You hit a line.
But you know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with Warrior toxic than Lakers toxic. Lakers toxic is giving a girl 2 orgasms in a row. Ugh, motherfucker, 5. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they take it. So I think that's the best spot, man. I think at least if LeBron's going to leave LA and go play one more year, it ain't going to be Cleveland. Because I don't want to go. If I were LeBron, I would not go back to Cleveland. Yeah, I would go.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is LeBron, and I made my decision. Gonna be playing for the Washington Wizards. We'll make that happen.
Boy, here's a sick part. LeBron going to the Wizards will be the biggest FU to Mike because LeBron at this age is so far advanced than Mike was at this age.
He somehow wills the Wizards to a trophy.
No. The fact that he gets us to the playoffs and to the Eastern Conference Championship, we can lose that. D is fine. The fact that you did that is the ultimate. Damn, Mike couldn't do this. Hold up. And I'm going to retire on the Wizards because Mike couldn't do that.
That is the biggest.
Boy, hold on. And this is what you do, LeBron. Force the Wizards to do something stupid. And you know what that is? Hey, if I'm coming back, y'all gonna have to go back to the teal jerseys. We don't want to. Nah. You go back to that teal. What number you want? 23.
I'm all for petty stuff.
Chris,
That would be
if we heard
hilarious.
LeBron was coming to the Wizards and we saw the 23 with that basketball with the inside the like look like the, inside the basketball inside the double joke like the old Wizards jerseys, we'd be like, oh God, it's happening. He really
It's
made us
happening.
go back to our old colors just to tell Jordan to go F himself. That would be I've always joked about this, and I never said this on the show. I have always joked about this.
Cherry on top. Cherry on top. We get what's his face? That plays for fucking Phoenix. God damn it.
Who?
Nigga that don't brush his hair.
Who? Booker? Oh, wait a minute, nigga that don't brush his like KD, nigga.
Yeah, me and KD that come to Wizards and cherry on top. Like KD's like, you know what? I'm gonna play with LeBron.
Finally coming back home.
He back home.
Me and LeBron go to win a ring together in my old hometown. Boy, that would be the biggest FU of all time. Now, look, us Wizards fans, we're going to be in bliss while we got here on world. No, they just got a super team. They just win everything. I would love it. You know why? Because we don't get that opportunity here.
I'll be the most obnoxious Washington Wizards fans ever. Like, fuck your team, buddy.
Here's the fucked up part. So, here's the fucked up part. D, in order for all this wackiness to happen, the Wizards are going to have to sell their soul to Donald Trump. Here's me. But for how long? for how long? As long as like Trump is alive or is him in office? How long we talking? Look, you really serious, D? Nigga, I want a ship. I want a ship. I just want a ship. I just want people to shut up. Oh, the Wizards suck. I just want my ship. That's all I want.
What is that the same feeling that Toronto had when they won the championship with Kawhi? Can I get that one time, please?
That's all I want. I just want a Kawhi moment for the Wizards. Oh, we don't deserve a ring. We didn't deserve to be there. We won anyway. I just want that. That's all I want for that.
Hey, you look.
So do it. So, are we willing to trade all the young people just to get Kevin Durant here? Fuck, that's a good question. Can we here's me. Can we at least keep Koulibaly? Can we at least keep like one of them? Can we keep one? Can Sar stay? All the rest of them can go.
Oh, Lord. Did you know Jason Williams rookie jersey sold for like $140,000?
Which Jason Williams?
Sacramento Kings. Jason Williams.
Oh yeah, I was like white chocolate or a motorcycle. Which one we talking about? Oh man,
no, his rookie year jersey sold for $140,000. I was like, oh shit, it's crazy.
Yeah. I that's cool because here's the funny thing. I'm teaching my sons about Jason Williams, and I was like, here's the thing: there's always going to be a white boy that can dribble, and never disrespect him because that white boy got there for a reason. Jason Williams could have been a better player. I think he could have had a better career. Let me put it that way.
It was kind of the unfortunate aspect of being with the Sacramento Kings when they had a great squad and they just couldn't get past that hump with the Lakers.
He wasn't on a good Miami team, wasn't on a good Grizzlies team.
Oh.
He wasted time when he was in Orlando, if you ask me. And like it just never really. I think as far as him as a player, I really felt like he could have been a little bit higher. But I love the legacy that he left behind because he's still the coolest white boy in the world, man. He's still cool. I love white chocolate, man.
But nah, looking at the NBA, like playoff, well, not playoff picture, but just kind of where they're at right. I mean, we're not even at the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Detroit is again number 1, 34-11. Mm-hmm. Kind of crazy to me. Celtics, here's the crazy thing about the Celtics to me. The fact that Jason Tatum is not there playing still, and the Celtics are still playing at like on 100. That's scary. That's scary.
I tell you what's scary. The fact that the Pacers are worse than the Wizards.
Nigga. I'm like, what? And look, I just like the fact that we got Trae Young and suddenly the Wizards got a little pep in their step a little bit. they're like, oh shit, they
I
actually
think
cool.
but the Wizards, well, I think the Wizards were fine because we got Trey Johnson, who's just he's lights out
Oh
at
yeah,
the
he
three.
lights out.
He's really showing that. I think that might be his thing. I don't know if he's going to be like a specialist at it, but we're seeing little things with the Wizards. Yeah. Around though, is anybody else I want to point out? At least on the East, I would say Cleveland, who's been quiet.
Yeah.
But I think Cleveland, like actually the top five, Cleveland, Toronto, Knicks, Celtics, Pistons, they're fine. Like to me, they're fine. They can beat pretty much anybody if they want in the NBA right now. As far as the West, though, this is where of course the West is always going to be tough.
Yeah.
But when you really look at the top end, it's Oklahoma just really in cruise control right now. The Spurs to me still don't know what they are. The Nuggets are having a tough time. To me, they're having like this weird tough time of really having like some type of consistency to me, but I could be very wrong with that. And the Lakers have no business being in fifth place.
Phoenix
let me make that very clear. Phoenix and LA have no business being in fifth and sixth place because they both play like bums to me. LeBron don't play defense. Luka don't listen to anybody.
It's Luka. You really think
Luka is really proving to me that he is a waste of white skin with nigga ability. He is really showing me, like, no, for real. Like Luka has all this talent, and yes, give him more hamburgers. Give this fat nigga more hamburgers. But at the same time, you know, get that shit out your mouth, nigga. Get out there on the court and run around.
It's just
like my biggest problem with Luka. How do you have Kobe's fucking motor, and yet you have the motivation of Dean Ambrose and WWE? I don't get it.
Hold on, D. I feel a little insulted. D. Malenko, he had the eyes.
I said Dean Ambrose, not Dean Malenko.
Okay. I'm about to say, I was like,
no, if he had the Dean Malenko, then he would have never got out of Dallas, and he'd be thinner with a six pack. Okay, he's like, yo,
Dean Ambrose, you're right. That's accurate. Dean Ambrose is definitely just loafing.
Luka don't listen to JJ Redick. And if I'm LeBron, I ain't listening to your ass either. Because JJ, I hate agreeing with Rashad McCann. Nah, JJ like the rest of them Duke niggas. You ain't smart, motherfucker. You're not smarter than everybody in the room. Because we're seeing that with who is it? The Warriors. Mike Dunleavy talking out of his ass. It's like, well, Jonathan, we don't know if we want to use Jonathan. It's like, shut the fuck up, Mike. Y'all think y'all playing eight side. Y'all playing 4D chess and shit. No, you're not.
I want people to understand. Me and D are Terps fans and to our core. So when we see a Duke nigga, whether it's fucking Boozer, Dunleavy,
let's
JJ Redick.
Let's straighten out. We are old school Duke. We are old school Maryland fans because you know why? The Big Ten made it so we don't have to see them niggas no more. Good, but still. Good. I didn't want to fight y'all either.
So we see a Boozer, you see JJ Redick, and we see Dunleavy. Like, yo, fuck.
No, Boozer. I hate Mike Dunleavy. You know the only one that I let go and I hated him when he played for Duke.
Leitner?
Well, I love Christian Leitner too, but I mean it to this. I will look at him, I will mean mug his tall ass and go, Mr. Battier, this is an honor meeting you. I would shake his hand. I would look in his face. I will never forget how you fucking beat Maryland. Fuck you and your mama, but you are a monster. Oh, I love like Shane Battier. I remember when he played for Miami. I was like, what the? I like him.
Shane Battier
Shane is a good player.
Well, I want people to understand.
Just good.
I want people to understand. If there's a face of a Duke player smug, is Shane Battier.
Boy, I have a half Negro and white face.
and I have a white wife named Becky.
Dirty ass white guy chin ever as always. Plays like he eats
Falls out.
Plays like he eats fried chicken and listens to LL Cool J. This for real, no bullshit. And I mean this, and this is pure respect of Shane Battier. He a baller. He a defensive, but I love Shane Battier.
I've mentioned this game multiple times on this show. Maryland. It's college basketball, by the way. Maryland had it was 50 seconds left in the game. Maryland had a 10-point lead on Duke. 50 seconds in college basketball is eternity.
That's 5 minutes.
Yeah, basically. So you think, and if this is the NBA and you have a 10-point lead with 50 seconds left, that's game. Ball, right? College, it's not given. Shane Battier, this nigga, shot back to back threes for Duke to beat Maryland, and I was sick.
Hold on, this is the cherry on top. We fouled him 2 more times before the game ended too. This nigga scored like 18 points on us in the last 10 seconds.
I was sick, like oh. Do you know how sick that is? You're like, yeah, we beat Duke.
There are reasons why, and I'm glad, and I say this to Kyrie Irving and to Jason Tatum with true love. I'm glad y'all ended that hate in my heart. Kyrie as a Duke Blue Devil should have stayed there another year because he was really good on Duke.
Easily.
Like Duke will always have great players go to their squad, and I will never hate on that. But when Jefferson Pilot was still showing ACC games, no. Fuck Duke and their mama. I have always been like that because I know I made your back hurt when I said Jefferson Pilot. Remember when they used to show the starting lineup and they played torture? Don't. Yeah, this all right. Tonight's name we got here. I miss Jefferson Pilot. I miss Jefferson Pilot. Today we have today coming into Maryland. Is the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Last night, Tim Duncan. I'm thinking Wake Forest. They play Wake Forest. Tim Duncan got 7 blocks on Maryland last night. But will Steve Francis and the Turpins have a chance? Yes. Oh man, I was there for Joe Smith. I was there for Steve Francis, Juan Dixon, Gilchrist, Vasquez. And there was one more in the lead after that. Lynn and them, all the white boys, all the white boys, man. Alex Lynn and all them, man. Yeah. After that, I admit when we moved to the Big Ten, I stopped following Maryland like we used to back in the day. You know what I mean? And I think that was one of the weird things that nobody talks about like that. But whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy too. Speaking of which, I mentioned injuries. Steven Adams on the Rockets actually has a ankle injury that he's out for the season. He's done. Like.
I heard about that, yeah.
Which I was like, that's.
But
it's kind of crazy though with all these ACL tears. Jimmy Butler, like we said, he had an ACL tear, and I was like, God damn, bro, like what the fuck?
And at age 36, what he's 35, 36. 35. He's up there, and that might be that. And I don't say that's not going to be his career.
I think I give him one more season.
That's not going to be his career, but he's at 87 now. He's dropping to an 80, and it's going to keep dropping down after that point.
So, I mean, because don't get twisted, he was doing good things for the Warriors to keep them kind of where they're at. Because it's weird for the Warriors' record where they're at, because they're in the play-in sort of like where they're at. It's just kind of crazy. It's like, but they're still playing good basketball. It's kind of weird. It's very weird how that is. It's just like, but it is what it is. So D, we want to break down the people on the WNBA.
It is abundantly clear to me that the WNBA thinks that the WNBPA is a tad scary. It's clear to me because I don't know how we're releasing an upcoming 2026 schedule for all these teams and we don't have a CBA. And I understand they're saying, well, we have to take these precautions. You don't have a season without a CBA. I don't think we should be looking at a schedule right now. Am I wrong that I just wasn't that excited when I seen it? And that's no diss to the teams because I thought they were super creative and cool concepts. Like, nothing against the teams. They're doing their jobs. But did anyone else think that was a little odd that we over here with team schedules and no CBA? And then as a fan, as a viewer and consumer, I feel a way that the WNBA thinks that I could be that easily distracted by the real problem at hand, that there's no CBA, by seeing an upcoming team schedule.
The CBA is getting signed. Number 2, the fact that all the girls are going, fuck you, we can go to Unrivaled, and Unrivaled is getting nothing. In fact, they're losing money.
Oh yeah, they're bleeding money.
They're bleeding money in Unrivaled because what they did the first year, nice. It was good, nice first year. Second year, nobody's coming to these games.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me because this is so, like, again, I'm trying not to be sexist with this because I'm about to say some very sexist things and I don't want to, but they go up the way that the women are going about this is very white woman. It's very well, I'll just take my ball and leave. Bye. Y'all don't make none of the money.
Yeah.
Y'all had one profitable year, decided to put a knife to the NBA's throat and say, we demand more. Adam Silver and them go, this is what we're going to give y'all. Y'all look at that. Now, granted, some things could be better, but there's a pay increase. There's a legit pay increase for the rookies too. Y'all going to get 15% of the 15% of the investment on being with the team. You're going to get 15% of shit, which for me is like, that's a good commission. Now, granted, is it like 50% like the NBA? Y'all not getting 50%. Let's just keep that on.
That ain't gonna happen. That's even
y'all ain't getting 50%. You ain't getting 50% commission off their shit. I'm just gonna be real honest with you. But you should take that 15 because that's way more than you already got.
Of course.
And there's going to be some other quality of life stuff that they want to do, X, Y, and Z. And y'all still said no because Kathy Engelbert is a bitch, and I will tell her no too. Yeah. But at the same time, okay. Wait, this ain't the WNBA you're talking to. You're talking to the people that give y'all the money. You're talking to people that keep the lights on. Did you just say that y'all demanded something and they gave y'all way more than they ever gave y'all and you said not high enough? What chips do you have on the table to do so? And don't get me wrong. If I had Caitlin Clark out there too, I'd be like, I smell Jordan in this room. I'll be doing the same thing. But here's the fun part. What league is she going to play in? How's she going to get the rest of y'all paid? Because that's really what's happening. Let's just keep it a buck. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark is the reason why all y'all about to get paid. Okay,
which is good for the sport for sure. Good for the sport.
Which is like, yeah, cool. So I would think, what's the best interest for somebody who's a superstar, who people even say can play with men? We're going to push her. So what's best for her and her league? And when I found out that Caitlin's like, no, not good enough. Wow. And then I was just like, homegirl just played. There ain't no CBA sign. Why are you giving it the schedule? Is there going to be a season next season? Is there actually going to be a season? No, there's nothing is in ink yet.
It's the most tone deaf shit ever.
And technically, and I told you, Chris, if the girls got any sense, if y'all really said that wasn't high enough, go on strike right now. Why are you playing with this? Because eventually, either y'all going to do it at the most at the stupidest time, which I think the closer you get to the season and you hit strike, at that point you're going to turn the fans against you. So you might as well pop that cherry right now. If y'all going like, no, if we don't see demands by this point, we will strike. That's how I feel they should be doing this. But they're going about it in this weird way. And then they're barking back at it. If I'm Adam Silver, if I'm the rest of the NBA owners, no. Who do you think you are?
Thank you. I mean,
the reason why y'all have shoes on y'all feet is because of us. Y'all didn't give us money for 25 years. And you put in one good season and walk in here like each and every one of you are the dream team trying to tell me we deserve it.
If they did that,
it rocks.
Like
every one of you.
If they did it, let's say the WNBA after the season, we find out it turned a profit. And let's say the next season they turn a profit. Then I would totally
go with 4 years. Let's go with 4 straight years of actual profit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how high the bar is, they're in the black. Okay.
Now, if that's the case, then I would totally understand them saying, "Hey, yo, we proved ourselves 4 years back to back."
Exactly.
Cool. That's why I say I would even say 3 years, just to kind of lowball it. Fuck it.
Fine. And that's Chris, and that's still fair. It's still fair.
But not after 1 year, man. Like, yo, chill.
And
like,
yes, there's been steady growth up, but you know what's been kind of the same and kind of getting worse? Your TV ratings. Because we saw what happened when Caitlyn's not on the court. I would have used that to your advantage of, hey, look, if we got certain things coming here, even when there's an off night, magic can still happen. Asia Wilson right here. Hey, Asia, nobody ain't coming for you. They coming for Caitlyn. I fucking hate that too. Anyway,
you're great. You're great.
Hey, look, Asia. I feel like Asia's like only is like she's more of a superstar to me than Caitlin Clark. Really I swear to God, I say this with pure love. Asia couldn't attract flies to shit, and I hate that so much. I hate how her name doesn't mean nothing to a lot of people in the basketball world. I actually hate that for her. Because she's legit the best of her generation. She's legit the best of her generation, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I fucking hate that for her, man. But also, you did tell Jeff T that you could beat him basketball. No, shut up, Asia. I'm sorry.
You sure about that?
Bucket. He's a bucket. He gonna eat you alive. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
I would love to be wrong, but hey,
somebody said like that. We went through that list. Somebody said, I heard you say that list about people like me. I don't think Josh Hart, a baller from DC. He will snort her like crack. Don't do that. like no. Anyway, whatever.
Anyway. So the Royal Rumble is in Saudi Arabia.
I actually have. You think I have a joke for that? I actually don't.
I may need to hit you up to see how you gonna watch it through your methods, because WWE Network is no longer on Peacock, and I'm not paying for fucking ESPN. Sorry.
Well, I don't know exactly this where I'm going to see it on this year, but I will be on the high seas.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be on the high seas.
Please run me the link if you find it.
If I find one, yeah, man, because. And everybody that do go on there, y'all know this. Meth stream been messing up lately, so I don't know where I'm going. I look, Chris, if I find a place, I'm gonna hope it ain't Russian. I hope it ain't too many pop-ups for you. That's all I want to say,
man. So we're saying Saudi Arabia. There's allegedly video of them building a stadium for the WrestleMania that's gonna be in Saudi Arabia, and you know how they build them things real quick because slavery, Still thing. Still.
I'm gonna need you to exit. I'm gonna need you to exit right now.
It is not my fault that they're still practicing this ancient art to this day.
Of not paying niggas for labor.
Is that we getting this WWE here by hook or crook?
So this year is going to be a line. Yeah, it's going to be in Vegas this year. Don't tell me they already got the next. Yeah, next year's WrestleMania is going to be in Riyadh.
Oh yeah.
Riyadh.
Yeah, we'll see how many people really pay a lot of money to be out there.
This is where. Okay, and I meant to actually get the clip of Trey Wingo talking about how the PGA is falling. The PGA is just looking at live golf like, no, we don't want them sorry niggas. We take the good ones. The rest of you can go home with your Saudi money. And the PGA got every right to do it. I love it.
So real quick on that, So number one, I love how the PGA pulled the Thanos. You couldn't live without your failure.
Exactly. Because here's the sick part: the PGA, despite Live coming in there, they still had all the best golfers. They still had all the best courses, and Live Golf didn't know how to put nothing together.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's been happening. Even with Saudi Arabia having money, apparently Saudi Arabia has been losing money for the past couple of years. So this whole boast of like them trying to get their money in every different angle of America stuff, whether it's esports, NBA, NFL, even in gaming companies like EA, like recently EA and forgot whatever the dude that owns EA now, like all that shit. Apparently, with coming from the shit with Live Golf, hey, the money ain't hitting like it was, the first year, when shit. And what's up?
What at least for me, what I'm noticing is that at least Saudi businessmen are very short-sighted.
Oh yeah.
That's me being nice because I don't.
Look, they're the niggas in the club throwing money out, balling out on that first paycheck and shit before they're like, oh
man, we're gonna build this big ass hotel, and they build a hotel. So how you gonna put people in it?
They'll come. It's fun.
Look, I was more getting money off the construction part. I don't know how y'all gonna do the rest of that. I made my money already. That's for y'all.
That's a y'all problem.
We made this 20-story hotel with no resources put in it. That's y'all job. We just built the motherfucker. Apparently, there's a bunch of office buildings in Dubai, all through Saudi Arabia like that. Just big buildings just to be there.
Which
going back
this
to
is
what
you
could do this with slave labor, nigga.
But going back to the Live thing, the money's starting to dry up and Live, and that's when the PGA was like, no. We ain't taking mediocrity here.
The fact, and I think Trey Wingo, by the way, y'all, follow Trey Wingo on TikTok. He's doing what he likes doing, golf. And I love it because Trey Wingo always was the golf dude anyway. Yeah. But him talking about it is so I agree with him. Like, oh no, you don't get to come back to the PGA. After you don't.
After you was like, money. Yeah.
Because for two things, you did it for money. You obviously did it for money. And I can understand if you were a big time golf, and that's what they're doing. We forgive all the big time guys doing this. They saw the money opportunity, they went for it. We getting him. Why? Because he's top 50 and he's top 50 in the world. Yeah. Why not me? Because you're not even in the top 200. We don't want you. Liv gave you $50 million for no damn reason. Because you didn't deserve it. And that's what they're finding out. Yeah. A lot of the golfers they signed weren't even top 100 in the world, bro.
They were just a dude that just came
You were just signing niggas. You got Phil Mickelson. Made sure y'all paid off all his gambling debts. That's all they did. That's all they did.
I knew this.
You got him and a homeboy that covered up all those drunk driving shits he did. I forgot who it was, but
you're only making me angry because me and you could have literally signed up for Live Golf
and
you was some bullshit.
If you was top 400 in America, I think they would have knocked on your door. I was like, I'm not playing with you. They didn't even get the top niggas around the world. They didn't get
the title sports show could have been. Could have been sponsored by Live Golf just for
They didn't get none of the top people to be on their shit. They only got like sprinkles of people and Phil Mickelson. And Phil's not even playing golf like that.
Phil was the face of
He's not even on the Masters tour. That's how much they don't use this nigga.
Phil was their face of Live Golf to entice others to go into it.
That's all that was. He was the honeypot.
Yeah. And now it's like, hey, bro, top 400. Yeah, sorry, we don't want you in PGA.
Oh man, we don't take ass niggas like that. But we saw what you did. We saw what you did in Augusta 5 years ago. Bring your ass back up in here. Nah, not you, homie. We don't know you. We don't know you. Have you been on Pebble Beach? What you doing on Pebble Beach? Yeah, get the fucking back. You ain't in here.
But nah, it's just like
where you place at? Where you place at? How many strokes did you have? That's too many. No.
Nah, but to see them making that stadium for WrestleMania next year, it's just wild.
That shows you how much money is still flowing to that country. Whether Whether it's tangible or untangible, just a waste of time, man. You see it, man. And that's what
They
makes
did it for the World Cup, didn't they? They built them new soccer stadiums.
Just that was Qatar. That was Qatar, but Qatar goes by the same rules. Qatar, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and the Emirates, they all go by that slavery rule. And Qatar is probably a little bit worse. What I heard, I don't know. Don't let me get up here the line, but I heard Qatar is just as bad as Saudi Arabia when it comes to this shit. So many Pakistani, so many African immigrants come into those countries just for that. So many Kazakhstan immigrants, all the immigrants around these countries go there, and they're all lied to. Yep. Each and every one of them lied to. Oh, you work in Saudi Arabia, you get this around that. No, you get on there to be a slave. And here's the worst part. The reason why they're not really seeing a lot of return for this shit too is because the people within those cities, only like 1/3 of the people in those countries in those cities are like middle class. Everybody else is poor.
Yeah, like poor, basically.
Some of them don't even have TVs. Poor, you know what I mean? So why do you have all this enriched shit here, and no one can do?
But that's So it's like I
want to blame this on colonialism, but I can't.
But that leads us to the Royal Rumble. So we getting Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Which, by the way, I'm glad that Drew got the belt back, but he's only going to have one shot because he's going to lose that thing at Mania. You know he is. He's losing at Mania. Yeah, but him and Sami Zayn is just a stop holder thing. I'm so sick of seeing Sami Zayn fight for these championships and lose. You're only doing it because we're going to Saudi Arabia. That's the reason why you're putting them out there like that. Yeah.
AJ and Gunther, though, that's going to be interesting because I'm thinking this is a false flag where AJ is going to win to kind of keep his like, hey, if this is going to be my retirement thing going,
I don't think no one's going to lose this match necessarily.
Yeah.
I think they're going to find a way that both men can come out clean.
I mean, look, they already priming Gunther as the guy, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, he's not going to be. I will tell you this: he's going to be fighting for something. He's going to be fighting for a big belt at Mania, but it ain't going to be the one who wins the Royal Rumble type shit. No. It's going to be one of the big belts. I don't know, but of course, the 2 Royal Rumble matches. I got to be real with you. It's been great. For me, since I reduced and unplugged, and I like wrestling.
Yeah,
like again. I'm not into it like I used to be, but everything is funny to me. Botches are like, you tried. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get mad at nothing. Like, oh shit, like, you know, but every now and then when I stick my head into the IWC, it's like, okay, I don't know why I checked on y'all. But
look, I've been watching a little bit more AEW more than often. And it's still AEW. You know, but Mercedes is losing her belts a little by little, so which good.
I've been watching TNA a lot more now, and everybody don't like TNA.
TNA is on the AMC.
TNA is on the up, but I noticed that a lot of kids are treating TNA like the puncher bag, like we used to during the PG era, and it's so unfair.
Oh, it's very unfair. It's good.
It's so unfair because TNA technically is like this is just an NXT with an extra hour. Like, shut up. This is actually not that bad.
Well, considering we got the crossover with TNA and NXT, it makes sense.
And that's been real fun for me, seeing the TNA people coming over to WWE. That's been the real big fun thing. So I think now the good question is this: who's going to be the surprise entrances? I don't have nobody, at least on my area, but there is one person, Chris. What are the chances we see Jericho? Because if you've seen the pictures of Jericho, he's not a tub of fat no more. He's lost weight. He looks actually good.
Well, to be fair, D, you wrestling in WWE, you can't have that AEW fucking physique.
Boy, you know that's what happened. All right, Paul, I want to come back. I want to wrestle, one more time. Give me one good. All right, Chris, we'll let you in. Stand up. Take your shirt off. You see that? Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, get on it now. You know Triple H did that. No, he's like, do I gotta take my shirt? Take your shirt off. Look in the mirror.
So Jericho would definitely be the surprise one for the Royal
Rumble. Jericho will be. I don't think he will be there, but if I hear break the wall, I won't be surprised. That's the only one I got. because I don't see nobody else making a comeback or like, oh shit, they've been hurt for a minute. I really don't see nobody.
This is the most far shot of far shot. Big E.
I doubt it. Not in Saudi Arabia. Not at a Saudi show. Not at a Saudi show. No.
Okay.
I think now if I do have somebody coming back, God, who's hurt? Seth is not coming back. I don't think he's coming back until after. I don't think Seth was not probably coming back until around about SummerSlam. I think he's going to really legit wrestle.
Well, they announced that Brock Lesnar was going to be in the Royal Rumble now.
I forgot about Brock being there. I saw Brock in the. I finally saw the poster for Royal Rumble today, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's Brock! That's Brock! That's Brock! Oh, Brock better not fucking win this shit."
Well, you know it's gonna be a showdown, but you know it's gonna be the one thing where it's gonna be Oba and Brock Lesnar face to face, because you know we need big meaty men bumping meats.
Oh man, don't make me. And see, this is the reason why and you know what? I'm gonna say it. People in Saudi Arabia can't hear me anyway, because you know y'all country suck. Y'all don't deserve no big moments. Let me just make it very clear. Yeah, I'm cool with Jericho coming out there, pop, 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 fireworks. All this, y'all can get the spectacle. Y'all don't deserve the big moments, in D's opinion, because I mean this. Pound for pound, y'all are the worst crowd.
Oh yes,
y'all the most. What did they say on the internet? Let's see that and chat it over and over and over again. While I'm cool with the excitement, it's like, wow, y'all have like no wrestling culture in this country. Because if we did this show in India, it will be off the hook.
Oh yes,
that Indian crowd wouldn't shut the hell up. But Saudi Arabia, no. There's a reason why John Cena retired in DC. That's one of the loud cities. Hell yeah, that's a perfect place to go.
Oh yeah,
that's why. Like, there's a reason why AEW is like, all right, we doing this pay-per-view in Chicago. Yeah, there's a reason why you go to certain cities. I actually thought John was going to go to like Boston or something, but on some real shit, I thought that was very cool because there's a legit. And John said, oh, there's wrestling history in Washington D.C. I was like, perfect. I was like. And when you look at it, like John makes a point, we had two Starcade. We didn't have too many big on pay-per-views, but Starcades were here.
Oh, Starcade was WCW's WrestleMania, basically.
And every time WCW came here, or WWF came here, it was always a big show. It's always been a big show every time they come around here. Yeah, I'm not saying every show was great, but for the most part, hell yeah, I go to Baltimore. And I said this to somebody else. You know what another good place would have been? If they did it in Baltimore, oh, that would have been just as good. Baltimore, DC crowds are good, but certain places you want to go there. Like, there's a reason why we want them to go back to France. There's a reason why I can't wait for them to go back to Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? They just have a buzz. Saudi Arabia, we've been there like what? This is like our 7th year here, and these motherfuckers really don't pop for nobody except Roman Reigns. I'm tired of this, John. Tired of these niggas, man. Y'all pop for the same two people, bro. No one else.
And Brock face to face, that would have most U.S. crowds losing their fucking marbles.
I don't know how y'all want to take that. Why? It's a big black dude being of a white guy. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Hey, look,
keep it real, Saudi. At least China will boo us. We'll know where they're standing at. The Japanese be eating it up because the Japanese are like Americans. They like technical wrestling, but let's just keep it real. Oh, Brock Lesnar!
Now, if
just two dudes pounded away, them Japanese will be on their feet.
Hey, speaking of Japan, real quick, there were some folks that I'm friends with on Facebook that actually were in Japan for Tanahashi's retirement.
Yeah, I actually sat down and watched the whole thing with my kids because my son, that was his first superstar in wrestling, was Tanahashi.
Yeah.
And it was, for him, it was like, him and John are gone. His childhood, two people that were
the Japanese
wrestling. That's what I'm saying. Two people that meant wrestling. Like, he wasn't a Cena fan, but it's like, fuck, John's retiring. You know what I mean? But for him, he was always go Ace. Go Ace. That's my ace right there. 1 out of 100. Tanahashi. I remember Donovan going to his room. He was high five flowing his pillows. He would go over there, high five. He used to do that as a kid. So to see Tanahashi retire, he's like, this is wild.
I mean,
and I will be real. John got a better send-off. Because the niggas that came out for, like the people that came out for Tanahashi, expect to be there. The only surprise person that was there was Jay White.
Yeah.
Jay White staying LEW. So I saw Jay White come out. I was like, oh, Jay showed up. Code is there. Who else is there? Well, Chrono's always been over there. Who else is? Nobody? Damn. Okay. Like Kenta? No, that's it. Okay. When John retired, that was so cool because we was looking in the audience and who was there. Even if WWE didn't announce it, we're like, hey, what's the face is there? The one that everybody popped for in DC had me rolling. They was going down and they got to Ming. Everybody was like, Haku! Everybody, the way that DC crowd popped for Haku, I was like, yeah, I know for a fact. It's like, why is Haku there? I know because you see when John was going down, John saw Haku and just pointed at him like you here. I know exactly what Haku said when he dapped him up. I had to see this, brother. I had to be here, brother.
I mean, it was kind of crazy because I think even Shinsuke, I think he might have tweeted something about Tanahashi, and I think
he did.
Yeah, I think Finn even talked on the whole thing with Tanahashi too and stuff. But it was kind of like one of those weird moments where it's like I was kind of half expecting Shinsuke to be over there.
I thought they both would, but I knew Shin wasn't going to be over there because I knew he was, over here. He just did the New Year's show over in America.
Yeah,
I knew I knew he wasn't going to be there. I knew Finn wasn't going to be over there because Finn didn't have a deep history with Tanahashi. Yeah. He was over there when Tanahashi was over there, but him as opponents, they really didn't see each other like that. The only person outside of that would showed up would have been AJ, but I knew that wasn't gonna happen. Speaking of which, on Monday, speaking of Shinsuke and AJ, man, on main event, classic little match them two had. Shinsuke can still put on a good match. You know why? Because unlike Tanahashi, his knees are not cooked.
Shinsuke with the WWE, he was like, if I stay here in New Japan, my knees are done.
Boy, him and Kazuchika looked at each other. Oh no, when Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble and they was at the after party, Okada was like this. Should I come to America? Come to America. You ain't gotta wrestle that hard. You ain't gotta do this. Personally, I don't think Vince even gonna give me this belt. What? Nigga, I'm getting paid. How much you getting paid? That WWE check ain't nothing to fuck. What I've learned, even though WWE, they say, for years WWE need to pay people better, the little quick checks you get, like the little gig checks you get for doing stuff on TV, was all the clutch checks. And hearing God, who's that? Not Todd Phillips. Other former dude that used to do the commentary. He said, I go to WWE, I get abused, and I get a good check for it. Because I don't know if they still do this, but anytime you get hit, they gotta pay you. So you'll get popped and you'll be like, and they're like, that was good acting. I'm not acting. That hurt like shit. And then you'll see somebody, that was good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 500.
But I think even it was kind of funny because even Jericho said as much that the money with WWE paying their people got better once the money was kind of flowing at AEW with what they were paying. And that's when WWE was like, oh shit, how much is AEW paying folks? Yeah, we kind of have to do a little bit better.
I forgot that my boy, New Japan as well as I did, especially during that time. Carl Anderson was doing all of that talking, doing all this shit about Carl. Was that 2016 or 2017? I forgot what year it was. Man. He ain't let that loss go for shit.
Some fucking bullshit.
He was on room like, nah, that's what he meant. Like, you gaijin, Bita Tanahashi. That ain't happening, nigga. Hey, you ain't been Hiroshi today. You're white. And you're not the white ones we like.
My dark horse for winning the Rumble, Jacob.
I think Jacob is not due for it yet.
Okay.
I'm going to say I don't see a way for this happening, but I'm gonna say Brock is one. I don't know how they're gonna work that out, but Brock, oh yeah, he's not gonna be in the Rumble. I say Jay is up for it. If Jay, yeah, both Usos is gonna be in. I think Jay ain't gonna win it because something's gonna happen to Jay.
Realistically, I think Braun Breaker.
I think Braun is a good chance. There might be a good chance because the Vision gets to do whatever the fuck they want. Maybe there's going to be some fallout of there because Adam Pearce did that way too. He's like, no, you get to go in.
It's like, what's the trick? What's the trick here, Adam? What's the trick here?
And I loved how he was about to shake his hand. He was like, "Nah, I'm not touching you. Remember?" Because the week before, I got to be honest with you, I love how Adam Pearce. I like how Adam Pearce, who finally gets to be the GM he always wanted to be, yelling and cussing at people. This dude who is one of the longer reigning champions of the NWA when nobody was giving a fuck about the NWA is actually face to face with WWE people telling them to sit the fuck down. I don't want to know the boner that Adam Pearce has when he does this.
Oh crap. God.
Because you gotta think about it in a weird way. 10 years ago, he wasn't even thinking about being in WWE, and they signed him on as a producer. And you see where he is now. Before that, he was like, where do I go in wrestling? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's amazing how shit changes up for people like that. But anyway, if I would say, I think Braun is another one. But I really think it's going to be somebody that we've seen before. Like somebody
Austin,
that's
like Austin for actually winning it. Like
No. Theory ain't gonna win. That would be stupid unless they got something planned. That would be stupid.
They're trying to make Triple H light, honestly.
The only NXT person that looks like they might have something going for them is going to be Trick and Oba. But Trick is about to be separated from NXT, so let's not even call him an NXT person. So him and Oba are splitting off NXT and they're going to get called up. But they're going to be counted as NXT. I already know they are.
Yep.
And boy, yeah, this is going to be weird. It's kind of open, but I'm gonna go with Braun on this one. I think Braun is the rightful winner. Even though I think this is the funny thing. I think Jacob is more ready than him, but I think they're going to give it to Braun. Yeah, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
On the women's side, it's kind of funny. I'm laughing. Kevin Nash sat there and said Raquel Rodriguez. Was it Raquel Rodriguez?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Raquel Rodriguez. She needs to start like actually wrestling like a big. Ironically enough, she's wrestling like a big, and it's been working out for her.
And then we're calling her big sexy, just like fucking Nash and shit. I was like, we know. Y'all really want her. They really, let me put it this way. I don't got a problem with Raquel. I think they really do like her.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of hers because I think she's I don't like her as much as I think I would. Like, I have no problems with her, but it's like, do we have to push her? Like, that's how I play. Do we gotta push her? Could we just do something else with her? Of all the girls, this would be a good. Jade got the belt, so you can't give it to Jade.
Yeah,
I was gonna say this would have been a great year for Jade to win it. Tiffany's out; she got the belt. So I think my girl Blake Monroe is going to from NXT is going to be there, but I don't think she's going to win nothing. I think this is the year you pull the trigger. But if you pull this trigger, you better give us one of the best, funnest rides ever.
Uh-huh.
I think you pull the trigger, and my girl Chelsea wins it.
Ooh.
You pull this trigger.
You champion Chelsea Green?
Now, here's the problem. Now, here's the thing about Chelsea, and this is what makes her so perfect. All right, Chelsea, here's WrestleMania. We're giving you the belt. Yes! All right, Chelsea, it's WrestleMania. You're going to lose to her. How many seconds? In 5 seconds? Yes! You can do whatever you want with Chelsea, and she'll do it to a T. So even if it is a squash match, like, ding, roll on 1, 2, 3, her reaction for the next 4 minutes after that happens is going to be cinema. So that's where you. So like I said, you could do whatever you want. I think this is the year you pull the pin and make her win the Royal Rumble. And I say this as with all the love in my heart, Chelsea, you're going to have to lose at WrestleMania.
You know what?
I would, and I think it would work. I don't know what the dynamic, what belt you going for, who has it at the time, but I think it will work.
I feel in a weird way, Jordan Grace might might win it. You don't think so?
I don't think Jordan. I think they're preparing more for Jordan and Jade, or at least there to be a confrontation with these two. So I don't.
Or if I go Dark Horse, Lash Legend.
Oh, if I want to go Dark Horse, I'm going with the person. Actually, hold on. Before I say anything, let me make sure. I'll tell you about that. Boy, I'll tell you about that when we get on in a second. Let me see. Let me see 1 second. I don't see if. Let me see. Let's look at the injury list. Who's injured right now? I'm about to find out. Give me 1 second. Sheesh. Okay. Chad might show up for the Royal Rumble. Dominic, who's been hurt for a while, he's more than likely going to be in the Rumble. LA Knight is hurt. And I didn't know that LA Knight was hurt.
Yeah, that was like recent. I'd heard about that. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Seth is, like I said, Seth is beat up. He's not coming back until probably before Money in the Bank. Sheamus is hurt. He had to get shoulder surgery. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Stephanie is working hurt. Zoe Stark, I doubt she'll be back because she tore her ACL and MCL.
God damn.
So I doubt she'll be back. B-Fab is. Oh, she had a concussion. She's all right.
Concussion. Should be fine.
I'm going to say it. Bianca's coming back.
Ooh,
Bianca,
shit.
remember, I forgot she had a hand injury. She's been out for a minute. Kevin, I think Kevin Owens is going to still be out for a while.
Okay.
And Piper, who has been, I feel bad for Piper. Every time they want to use her, she gets hurt. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think Omos might show up because if you don't know this, Omos is actually in AAA.
Yeah,
I think I think Omos might show up for something, but don't breathe in too hard for that. So yeah, I think Bianca's going to be the big oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think because she's been very quiet lately, and I think I seen one. It's always weird. Even if WWE doesn't push it out there, you can kind of look around and like, if she's coming back, it will be now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think so. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so Royal Rumble is happening. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up right now. Well, Chris, real quick, want to wrap up. Chris, what do you think about these pictures when I show this to you? Do you think to yourself, this is something I really want in the district, and I think this is going to be a boon to boon to the capital. What do you think?
I feel it's just going to annoy the fuck out of the neighborhood in that area where it's at, especially that one picture where I'm like, so you're just going to gentrify the fuck out of that whole area, huh?
So let me get this straight. So
office buildings.
Do you see them office buildings, nigga? Now, people, if you don't know what that is,
there's a prison over there.
There's a prison on the left if this is my left, on the right hand side.
Yeah, left there.
That is where the DC Armory is and DC's jail is at.
Yes.
So 2 blocks away is the jail, or just got like not even 2 blocks away. It's a little bit further than that, but you know what I mean.
Having a little date night with your boo thing. You look up. Oh shit, it's prison.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, and it used to actually be, and also the poor people used to live in the old hospital over there, DC General. And they still kind of use it for the for the homeless, and a lot of kids go missing and get sexually assaulted in that place. Yeah, just want to remind you,
crazy
like football. So yeah, hey, Chris, here's my problem. That's been my legit problem. But look how now you and I know. You and I know.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna look that pristine, but let's just say pie in the sky. It looks exactly like this.
Yes.
I hate every second of you people because this stadium looks gorgeous. I think that's what you go for. Those Coliseum lines. Oh, nigga, I'm for it. I gotta be real with you. I'm for it. But do you know how this is going to devastate Southeast DC?
Oh, it is.
Do you know what you're about to do to Oh, look. If you live on Nanny Helen Barron's Road, you're fucked. Oh, Kentland, mark your days. They're going to try to get. Remember they try to get white people in that neighborhood already. They're going to really do it now.
They already got Capitol Heights. That Denny's, once it starts looking like clean and pristine, it's a wrap.
Boy, and they look. They already fuck with the shrimp boat.
That Denny's on Benny Road.
Boy, if the Denny's disappear, Chris, if the Denny's disappear or magically gets good up in this motherfucker, where the crackers?
No, see, I'm thinking opposite. They're gonna turn that Denny's into a milk and honey.
Yes, they would. Don't do that. Don't you put that evil on this city. We already got too many of them playing Beyonce music way too loud at 10 a.m. We already got enough.
Milk and honey on Benning Road in DC.
Benning Road. Why would you put a milk and honey across the street from the shrimp boat? You are just asking for trouble. You are asking for nigga things to happen. That's what you asking for.
Why is it nigga things?
You just. All right, that's a show, y'all. This is a fun little working time sports show, man. That's it. That's my last thing. One more thing. One more thing I meant to say. The Australian Open, I'm not looking at no more because all the American girls are out now. Who's it? Jokic and Coco got knocked out last round. I'm done. I don't care no more. I always root for the Americans anyway, and I always root for the black girls. Coco didn't make it. I knew she wasn't gonna make it out of that set because she had played. What's her name? I forgot. Homegirl. Not the Ukrainian girl.
Look. I was happy to see Serena. I mean, Venus out there still like hanging with the youngins.
Like Venus, all like, hey, so Venus, you made it to the first 2 rounds. Yeah, I'm about to lose this next one.
Just want to prove that I still got it.
I just want to scare a couple motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I still got you. That's all she does. Because
Serena just doing it for the love of the game. They don't
here. Venus out here. Because people forget Venus still hits just as hard as Serena. So that's all Venus doing. Venus doesn't have the leg power that she used to. None of that. Remember that time where. And I mean this as pure love because I always love Venus. When Venus went down, that's when Serena hit her peak. And that was a wild thing for me to see Venus going, we got this shit in doubles, but you got it, bitch. I ain't going.
Venus and Serena is
the Williams sisters in doubles is like fighting the Chicago Bulls in the late 90s, yeah. Because even with Venus' diminished skills, they were still eating bitches, yo. I loved it.
Look, Venus and Serena Williams still playing would be like if Tom Brady said, you know what? Let me take a break from this commentary. Time to scare some niggas tonight.
Boy, I would love to see Serena. I entered the U.S. Open. What? I don't plan to do much. We're going to say, I don't think Serena's going to do much. I think Serena gets to the 4th round, and everybody like, this bitch going to do it again. And when she lose, all the white people, ooh, oh, thank God. Oh, God. We already got deal with Coco and the other one that got an attitude all the time. Speaking of which, you know I don't like Naomi. I do not like Naomi, but I was with Naomi. I know. Why she mad? Like she mad because I was huffing and puffing. She mad. And this is why I said this is pure Gen Z. Why Gen Z women get yoked up all the time. And I'm like, she's just mad that she's about to retire. Sorry.
It's the most brutal, honest truth, but it's like
honest. But this is why, and I mean this, and men, we don't know about this. Gen Z girls they get they shit wrong by millennials because like, what you just say? I'm just mad because you old, right? Boy, it's the reverse. It's like with us millennials to Gen Z niggas. Hey, this little nigga, all right, man. He get it. He get it. With women, See that attitude that you give me? And you know how Gen Z girl is. Wow, what attitude I'm giving you. Anyway. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it.
But that's Reconciled Sports Show. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.